Look, welcome to Scars from the Playground. Look, the gang said he is the best rapper on the West Coast. Definitely in Compton. Let's get into the content, fam. Drop it in the comments.
Rapper from Compton?
I'm definitely the best rapper from Compton.
Definitely?
Definitely.
Who's the best rapper on the West Coast today?
Game.
Damn, that was quick.
Yeah, that's it.
Ain't nobody getting at you?
Can't nobody out rap me, man. And anybody that knows will know. Because people can't, even if you are, like, no one can do what I can do. Like, no one has my skill set. Because not only do I have the ability to wrap circles around people, I'm also with all the bullshit too, if it came down to that. So it's like, I'm the best rapper in this town.
Damn, Game, I mean, the OG, man, there's some OGs, some heavyweights. I mean, Cube, Snoop.
I love Cube, but Cube can't out-rap me. I love Cube. And by the way, the reason that Cube can't out-rap me is because I used Cube's legacy to help me sharpen. Right. I used Snoop's legacy.
Statements are a few things. Number one, people think the Game is a liar. So when the Game says something, they feel like he's Fat Joe, just the West Coast version, like he's lying. Number two, they feel like the Game is in denial about his relationship with Kendrick or lack thereof. Like, in my opinion, I don't think Kendrick Lamar fucks with the Game. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he fucks with him at all. Didn't get invited to the pop out or whatever, the concert. Like, he hasn't gotten acknowledged by Kendrick. Really, seemingly for a while, he also took the side of Drake. Nevertheless, do I think him saying he's the best rapper from Compton is shady? Do I think he's taking shots at Kendrick? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now, I've always told y'all, before Drake was my favorite rapper, it was the Game. And it was for rap. I think the Game is one of the best rappers of all time, period. Now, there are a couple things, if you want to be technical, you could critique him on, oh, you name drop a lot, this and third. But when it comes to just pure rap, I think he's really amazing. Now, I mean, I could compare Kendrick to him all day, right? I think Kendrick is probably a little bit better at creating albums. Not a little bit. Yeah, he's definitely better at creating albums. Just rapping bar for bar. Shit, I think Game might have him on that, but I do think that the intricate, I think Kendrick's more complex. So if I had to kind of really, but I really just don't think we're dealing with, for me, I look at it like, this is like Kobe and LeBron. If you're a Kendrick guy, you're probably going to be like, yeah, you're good, but you're not in this guy's league. And if you're a Game guy, well, I guess maybe it's excused in favor of Kendrick, because I think even if you're a Game guy, you'll appreciate Kendrick a little bit, right? I see somebody in the comment section said the best Los Angeles rappers of all time are, I got Game over Cube. Like, honestly, if you put Snoop over Game, I get it, but that's a lot of his legacy as an artist. But I would I would definitely say it's between Kendrick and Game to me. Again, with all due respect to all the guys from the West Coast, I don't want to be the arbiter of what, West Coast rappers are good or who are not, because obviously there's a long laundry list, especially if we're talking about from Compton. But even though that list said, the list that I'm reading from right here says L.A., yeah, I would absolutely say the Game's up there. It's sad that the Game's legacy post-rap, and I'm not saying it like he stopped rapping, but really his legacy that has came through not rap, actually. Let's say that. So things outside of rap, has gotten people to devalue his legacy, right? And forget how talented he is. But if you got to be delusional, if you think that, if you ask LeBron at this point who is better, him or Kobe, he should say him. And, God rest his dead, but if Kobe was alive, Kobe should say him. Like, these are two spectacular artists. Obviously, I think the era that Kendrick is in is very much different than the one that the Game, was in during his peak. But I do think they kind of have that synergy where both of them are holding the torch for the West Coast as a time that I don't think people were running to West Coast artists to look to see who was popping. Like right now, I think Kendrick is one of the only guys, no disrespect to other people from the West right now, but he's one of the beacon of light that making the West Coast look good. And if you ask me, I think we all know when the West Coast didn't look too promising, the game was carrying that torch as well. So I think there's that synergy. But I think people want to see him diss Kendrick because Kendrick ain't showing him love. But again, my whole take on it, 1 and 2. If you told me Kendrick's the best, all right, cool. But I don't see how you could put the game out of top 3. And even if you said the game is the best, I don't know if anyone would put Kendrick out.
Look, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't gonna do him too bad, because if you, whatever field you're in, that's how you supposed to think. Yeah, that's how you supposed to think. That's respected. You know what I mean? Real shit. You ain't supposed to say nobody better than you, even when they are. You know what I mean? Even when they are. Because on the West Coast, I'm going to tell you like this. When he said Compton, he's talking locally. You know what I mean? I was going to give him that. You know what I mean? Y'all going to give him that. You talking about just you and Kendrick or what? Because I don't know too many rappers from Compton. Drop it in the comments, bro. So y'all going to give him that. But when they say the West Coast, bro, you're fucking tripping. You know what I mean? You're fucking tripping. Now, I don't know why a lot of people ain't in the Mozzie like that, but they say it's because he from Sacramento. They don't respect the niggas from Sacramento. I don't know, bro. It's the West Coast. Ain't nobody on the West Coast fucking with Mozzie. You know what I mean? I'm being honest, fam. Drop it in the comments. Like with that street shit, it's him. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's him. I think L.A., California, West Coast should get behind Mozzie, bro. Mozzie really got something on that microphone. Drop it in the comments. And this ain't to take away from the game. I know a lot of people thought I was going to talk about K-Dot. K-Dot cool, but he know how to put shit together, you know what I mean? But as far as rapping, the game is a fucking beast. The game is a beast. Every time you hear a verse, it's going to be dope, bro. It's like, but niggas looking for complete records. Niggas looking for something they ain't got to skip through. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest, fam. No time have I ever went to one of the Game Records albums and say I'm about to jam this whole shit all the way through. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even check him out right now. It's just not something I ride to, fam. It ain't for everybody. But is it G'd up? Can he rap? Yes. You know what I mean? But best on the West Coast is like, you gotta say what you're talking about, fam. But niggas don't want to hear the shit that you're rapping about, unfortunately. Niggas want to hear about your stripper life. You know what I mean? You with the stripper, the butterfly tattoo. Niggas want to hear about the real Jay Sean. Just being honest, fam. Because you can say, oh, I'm with the shit, too. I'm with the shit. What does that even mean? Like, I'm going to punch something out. Well, man, niggas ain't been getting punched out for the last 15 years. Niggas going to pop your motherfucking ass if they see you coming. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. This ain't that no more. You know what I mean? The big gangster doesn't win in the end. So this ain't about how gangster he is, nigga. It's about, are you really the best rapper on the West Coast, or you just trying to go viral? You know what I mean? He say he better than Cube, Snoop. I don't like Snoop Dogg whatsoever. And Cube was good, but look who y'all asking him. Man, Mozzie, are you better than Mozzie? Can you rap better than Mozzie? Man, nigga, Mozzie freestyling everything. Tap his chest while he freestyling. You know what I mean? It just hit different. You know what I mean? Drop it in the comments, nigga. All that, he's from Sacramento. I don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. Or that nigga that can rap his fucking ass off, man. Everything go hard. You know what I mean? Real shit. Drop it in the comments. Shout out Mozzie. Wherever you at, nigga, it's time to go harder. Yeah, you've been going hard. But it's time to go harder, my nigga. Why? Because there's a whole bunch of Mozzies out there. You know what I mean? Mozzie owe me some motherfucking money. Not the rapper Mozzie, but the African Mozzie I bought the motherfucking white Jeep from. You know what I mean? The white Jeep fucked up on me within a couple days, and I gave it back to him. Nigga told me he was going to send me my money back. He's been back to Africa. Last time I checked, he was in the United States, but he was going to Harvard. Mozzie, wherever the fuck you are, nigga, you owe me some money, my nigga. Yeah, you owe me some racks. I want that shit back. You know what I mean? Just be honest. And I just try to let him slide. I don't go looking for him to kill him. I try to let him slide, because when he finally send it back to me, it could be I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It could be a year, 3 years from now. I think the man owed me that from coronavirus time, from the pandemic. It has been 6 years. That nigga been on me some racks, bro. You know what I mean? Real shit. Mozzie, wherever you are, I need my motherfucking bread, nigga. I need my motherfucking bread. Now every time I text him, I done found him on Facebook. He ain't responding. You know what I mean? Come on, my nigga. Come on, nigga. You go to Harvard, you did this, you did that. While you still selling cars, nigga. That's what a nigga want to know. You owe me some money on. I want that shit back. Look, drop it in the comments, man. I'm sorry to ramble and just go everywhere. But look, man, once I start talking about Mozzie and I remember the other Mozzie, I want my motherfucking money, man. I'm just being honest. Drop it in the comments. I'm taking it really good because it's been 6 years right now. But you just don't know, nigga. Every day I think about that money. It's a hard day, bro. It is a hard day because I try to get at him and he don't reply. Get at him on Facebook. I done typed his name into Google and try to, I need this, I need that. Nothing. One time he did reply, he said, I got you, brother. Never heard from him again. You know what I mean? I sent him a picture of my Cash App and everything. Just drop it here, bro. Yeah, whatever you got, you can pay me in installments. Just drop something here, I need it. Got you, brother. Never heard from him. Like I said, this ain't the Mozzie the rapper. This is another Mozzie. But Mozzie, you got to get out there so niggas won't think you the nigga that's scamming. I'm just being honest, bro. The nigga got me for some racks. Nigga, I bought my wife a brand new, it wasn't brand new, but it was clean. Yeah, it was clean. White Jeep. Yeah, it was a white Jeep. Snowed out. Looked like on some snow patrol type shit, but didn't white. You know what I mean? Real shit. Wasn't the only time I got fucked over, nigga. Every time I go buy her another car, always get fucked over. It just so happens that Mozzie, you owe me, nigga. You got the car back. You know what I mean? You got the car back and skip town on me. Damn fucking shame. That's how people would do you, though. Drop it in the comments, man. Scar's on the playground.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.